Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I understand that a video like this may not garner as much sympathy as a video saying the opposite, but consider that every privilege comes with these advantages. I can think of wealth off the top of my mind, for example. Now, a sentiment that I see a lot on social media is women saying that they wish they were more attractive. So in this one, I wanted to share what I have found were or are the disadvantages of being slightly above average in attractiveness. I think is the way I would describe myself the most accurately, aka conventionally attractive. Now, number one, the insecurity that may trigger in other women. I know you guys, not another self-proclaimed beautiful woman talking about how all other women are jealous and haters and it's all in our mind. Not really. Think about it this way. I want to offer another perspective. In a patriarchal society, when 3 and 4 years old are given baby dolls, right, implying that some days they will be mothers. Now keep in mind, some of them may not want to be that, right? And where women are told that their wedding day is going to be the most beautiful day of their life, where women are told that a man choosing them, claiming them, and where most women believe, sadly, that a man choosing and claiming them is the biggest accomplishment they will ever accomplish in life, as well as being taught men are visual creatures, men are visual creatures, as if women were not. Think of what that wedding does, that marriage does, right? What it does is pit women against each other, right? Women who don't deem themselves as very attractive are going to be envious of women who they perceive as more attractive than them, right? Women who are insecure are going to be envious of women who they deem as more attractive than them. I have zero problem, for example, admitting that back when I was more insecure, I did not want to befriend women that are deemed as more attractive than myself, as well as I remember an instance or two where I gossiped about them. What I could have gossiped, of course, I hope and I think I did them no harm, but I have zero problem admitting that. Now, the second thing that I find that is problematic when you are considered attractive by many is that you are not taken seriously, right? I know that when I open up about my mental health with acquaintances, for example, they are very, very dismissive of it. Or they tell me, oh, you'll be fine, you'll find someone to take care of you. Now, I can't see the correlation between finding someone to take care of you and having depression, but it seems like most people do. And on that sentiment as well, you can talk about anything, right? Think of how on TikTok or even here on YouTube, you'll find a video about anything. Somebody's talking about something, I don't know, nuclear war, something super complicated, right? And you will find that some people only comment is going to be, oh my God, you're so beautiful, right? Now, I understand that it's a compliment. I understand that people mean to be nice and kind when they say this, but it does validate the sentiment that, attractive women are not taken what they say is not taken very seriously, right? I can think of men, for example. I find that a lot of women on social media talk about how they wish they were more attractive and they believe that their dating life would be better out of it, that would be the result of them being more conventionally attractive. Now, I personally, that have not been my experience. I find that men find themselves in these 3 categories. When it comes to me, maybe 5, we'll see. And number 1 is the men who believe that I am dumb. They assume I'm shallow, right? Or I have been on dates with men who, when the conversation get a little bit deeper, they are kind of like puzzled about it, and they tell me, I didn't expect you to be this way. And when I ask them what way, obviously, they kind of like backtrack a bit, but what they mean is that they didn't expect me to be smart because I'm shallow and I care about the way I present myself, right? I have had those who told me that they didn't believe I was that funny. Now, this one was surprising because we all know that people think that attractive women are not very smart. We've all heard of the joke, about blonde women, for example, right? But I was surprised to find out that some people believe there's a link between, being funny, between wit and attractiveness, right? The men who tell me that they don't want to be in a committed long-term relationship with me, even though everything is going well, because I attract too much attention when we go outside, and they're not very comfortable with that. They think that the relationship is going to be very high maintenance. They find that they can't make any mistake because they believe if they do, I'm going to be able to replace them like that and find somebody else. The narcissistic men who want to get together with me simply in order, you know, to humble me, in order to lower my self-esteem, who tell me, oh, you know, who take subtle jabs at me, say stuff like, oh, beauty is not all that. Who I'm somebody who, I love fashion, right? I love, you know, putting my best foot forward, who accuse me of being overdressed, and who even discuss with me on whether I should wear makeup or not. So these are the 4 groups of men that, you know, have constituted my dating pool. So I personally, I don't find that there is a link between compatibility, which is the key component in a relationship, and attractiveness. I think that what these women mean is that attractive women have more option. The pool is larger. There are more people who are going to want to be with you if you are deemed as, viewed as, perceived as conventionally attractive. But a lot of these people are going to see you as a trophy, again, not see you as a full-blown human being, but just something they can present to the world. Like men who maybe were nerds, were bullied, were a little bit bigger when they were children, tend to gravitate towards us in order, again, to show you like a trophy, like something they possess, but don't see you as a full-blown human being, you know, with emotion, depression, and everything that does come with that. So I personally, I think that, sure, if you are more attractive, I guess it's easier to get men perhaps to trick on you and stuff like that, but I don't find that there is a correlation between being able to be in a healthy long-term relationship where compatibility is key and being, you know, slightly, you know, more attractive in general, right? The nitpicking, oh my god, you guys, this is a huge one. I find that people feel that they have the right to just nitpick at, you know, attractive women or women who look like they put a lot of thought and a lot of effort in their looks. Like, you know, I have super big eye rings and, you know, under eye bags, and I find that people have no problem asking me if I didn't sleep well on days where I don't have any, you know, concealer on. If I have a pimple, people will point it out. You know, I'm slim, thin, depending on the person. Some would say I'm slim, some would say I'm thin, right? But like all women, my weight does fluctuate a bit, you know, on that time of the month, and I find that people have zero problem telling me, pointing out how I gain weight, how I look bloated, as if I didn't have zero mirror in my home, right? I find that people in general have no problem, you know, just nitpicking women who seem like they put a lot of work in the way that they look. And I guess that goes into point number 5, which is a huge one, is humbling us. Oh my god, the world seems obsessed with wanting to humble attractive women. It is crazy. They will say stuff like, oh, Naomi Campbell is not all that, Kelly Rowland is not that attractive. Crazy things, okay? Like, think of how Abba and Preach took the video of this gorgeous woman. By the way, I'm going to try and include her picture on screen, and you know, she made a similar video than this one, and they were saying how she's not all that, how she's a 7. Now keep in mind, if 5 is average and she's a 7, then she is above average in attractiveness, right? So, you know, they thought the ad, you know, it's not the drag that they thought it was, okay? But anyways, I'm sure that, you know, if this video does any numbers, there are going to be someone or some people in the comment section down below telling me, you know, I'm not all that. And to that I say, baby, let me tell you something, okay? I am all that and a bag of chips, okay? But yeah, you guys, that's all I had. Now I want to say as well that I don't want to use this video to gaslight people in any way, shape or form. Pretty privilege is certainly real. I myself have, you know, I can recall of instances where I've benefited, you know, from it, and in the grand scheme of things, I'm going to be honest and recognize that I still believe that there are more advantages to being beautiful than disadvantages, but there are still disadvantages, and those are the ones that I wanted to point out in this video. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. In the comment section down below, let me know if you are a woman who is deemed as, viewed as, perceived as attractive. If you can relate to anything that I have said, consider subscribing to my channel as well, and I will talk to you guys on Sunday 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye guys.